Hello, everybody. Jess Lowe's with another weekly update from SBCA, Structural Building Components Association. It is November 16th, 2023, which means Thanksgiving is coming up next week. Probably won't hear from me next week. We got a few things going on. I'll get to that later. I'll try to end with that on a little bit of a Thanksgiving note. But really what we've been working on, a lot of things going on here with SBCA. I've been working on the budget, been including some staff members in certain areas there. So that's really a big effort, trying to get everything planned out for an entire year within, I've been working on it, honestly, in some way, shape, or form for a few months now, but it really comes down to, what it is the last little bit. We had some decent economic indicators trying to understand what housing is going to do next year. Obviously, it'll probably be different than what you anticipate, which is the way it goes. It's kind of how it worked out for 2023, but in a good way. So we'll see what happens in 2024. We've got the ability to adjust things on the fly if we need to, but really shaping up to be a nice year for SBCA. With that budget, going to start presenting that to the executive committee probably tomorrow. Get their input. Already talked with Larry a little bit, our treasurer. Get their input also with our finance committee coming up next week. We're going to be presenting it at a board meeting that's going to be board only. So for board members, hopefully you're tuning in. Looking forward to seeing you in Houston in December. But it is one of those that we are trying to kind of raise the bar for what it means to be a board member for SBCA. So it's going to be a board only meeting. Should be a good time. A lot of things to discuss. A lot of things that we can get into details on that we otherwise might not have time at an OQM. And just to understand what drives the budget, also just some different things, activities, our strategic plan, how things are going there. So really looking forward to that, strategic plan. We had a meeting with our facilitators last week as staff, kind of understanding where we were at. We were a little behind on a couple things. We're doing well on others, but it's nice to have that accountability and drive that forward. And, we got some things to work on. Obviously, we had BCMC in the last quarter. So, we had some things going on. It wasn't like we were just on vacation or anything, but it is one of those that we want to stay on top of it, make sure that we are progressing and moving that strategic plan forward, which is going to be a big part of 2024. Beyond that, really seeing some investments in our education and training. Obviously, we're looking to hopefully bring on a person, director of education type level person to really put their arms around it. We've already done some commitments with the education committee, which is being headed up by Tony Acampa. Appreciate all of that. But, those things. So, really how we're trying to distinguish it is education, which we feel is what everybody in the construction industry or hopefully the world wants to know about: trusses, components, offsite, that sort of thing. And then training. What is it what skills are required that SBCA can help train for workforce development to do positions within component manufacturing operations? Also some other of the ancillary, up and down the supply chain things there as well that we see some people participate in. So that's really what we're looking at there with education and training. An LMS, looking at that, we might be doing some different things there, creating the content. Now, when we talk about content, a lot of the TTT, a lot of the stuff, gravity has not changed. And that's a lot of what we do is resist gravity. So things are still wanting to drop, loads, that kind of stuff. But it's the way we package it and present it. We need to get a lot more modernized with that. We need to get a little bit more polish to it. It's dated. We understand that. So that's going to be one of the things that we work on throughout 2024. And we're actually kind of starting it right now, and some of that micro learning. And, one of the things we did do with just kind of a, let's put some things out there and let people react. I created some short videos on how to read a truss design drawing. I got that in the description. If you want to click on that and go through those videos, understand, if I got something wrong, let me know. We want to correct it. But hopefully it's a way that component manufacturers or just anybody in the industry can say, hey, this is what we should be doing, or this is a resource for the code official or a building designer or, anybody that reviews truss design drawings. This is the information. This is what is supposed to be there. And I think it's one of those where I've done it in presentations in the past to like code officials, large groups of them, to all break out a MyTech, an Alpine, an Eagle, a Simpson drawing and show them the differences and the intricacies, because they're all a little bit different. And you think about it from our purview, and I'm saying us as a component manufacturer, we deal with the same software all the time, and that's easy to, where it's going on, where everything's at. But code officials, they might be looking at 4 or 5, there's some others out there, different truss design drawings on a regular basis. And it's like, okay, it's here on one, but over here on the other drawing, that kind of stuff, trying to help them out, make their jobs easier, make it easier for them to interact with trusses. And that's what we want as an industry and association. So beyond that, go through that, take a look at those videos, let us know what we did well. And really beyond that, again, mentioned at the top, we're not going to be talking next week. Probably. We'll see if something comes up there. But want to wish everybody a happy Thanksgiving. This is my favorite holiday, favorite time of year. There's a lot going on, from football to just family time together. I enjoy it because you get people together, you eat some good food, you get to cook. I like to cook. My wife and I do, we've been doing Thanksgiving dinner for, I don't know, probably 10, 12 years now. It's a lot of fun. We have some family over, sometimes some friends, depending on things. But, really thankful for a lot. We've got a lot to be thankful for as SBCA. Our association's doing really well. Appreciate our leadership, our board, our exec, everybody that volunteers throughout the year, our staff as well. They've been doing a tremendous job. They've been just killing it, knocking it out of the park. And, everybody that comes to the OQMs that just engages to make SBCA such a great organization. It takes a lot of people. Appreciate every last one of them, even the ones that I disagree with. So a couple of you out there, but it's all in fun. But, those are the things. That's association life. I appreciate it. And, we've got a really good thing going here, and it's good to be thankful for that. And with all of that, when you travel to the meetings, when you take time out of your schedule, the nights, the weekends, whatever it is that you're volunteering or providing that information, thank your families too for doing that. They, really, our families lend us to this association to do some work. It's really nice to have that happen, whether it's the travel or the time away or whatever it is. So be thankful for your families. I'm sure thankful for mine. Honestly, my dad's got a birthday coming up on Sunday. So happy birthday, Dad. Not sure if you watch these, but if you do, hopefully you stick around to the end. Till then, next week or the week after, peaks up, press on, and we'll talk to you all later. Goodbye. Happy Thanksgiving.